Hey guys, what's up? This is my next ladder match. Another Lizardman versus Chaos. Again, I picked Lizardman build because I was lazy and didn't want to build another build. Didn't really feel like thinking a lot this morning. My head's hurting. So I take this build. He counterpicks Chaos. So remember that for later because we'll have something to say at the end. But remember, he counterpicks me with Chaos. So he has come to kill dinosaurs. He's got two Marauder horse with axes. Throwing axes. He has Chaos Knights with lances to kill Saurus. He has two Dragon Ogre Shagoths for killing lords on dinos, for killing dinos with skinks, for killing naked dinos, for killing all the dinos, right? He's got two Poison Warhounds for catching the dinos, for debuffing them. He's got, and this is something I do with Norska. I'll hopefully play a few Norska games, maybe put them up. But everybody shits on Chaos Marauders, but they're really good. I don't care what you say. I'll fight you. But they're really good. Especially chevroned up because even to the first or second silver chevron tier, they get one of everything. So they get melee defense, melee attack, and leadership. For every rank you put into them. Plus the rank's really cheap. Plus if you look at them, like look at his attack and defense stats. Like that's pretty solid for something that's still under 500. Like that unit's probably 460, 470 if I remember correctly. So yeah, like that's super good value. To buff up the leadership, which probably doesn't need buffing after you've ranked him up, but these guys are going to beat the brakes off of Source, right? Two aspiring champions are going to get in there. They got a lot of defense, a lot of attack. So that's his front line. It's a little light, but it's going to hold Saurus. It's going to serve the purpose for Big Bird to run amok in the middle of all this, cast his little final transmutations, do his dirty work. Same time, it'll also allow the Barding to get behind or could just come through the front if they want to. And give him enough time to snipe my dinos. Well, I don't have dinos. He charges my skinks thinking they may be on skirmish. They're not on skirmish. I don't do that. So we just boilerplate him right here in the middle. One unit instantly gone, and the skinks have suffered not a lot of damage. And this is a misplate. We waste a volley from each of these. They're running away. We're probably not going to hit a lot of them. So we should have saved that. I pull him back so we don't waste any more of that ammo. Here he comes with Big Bird. The natural infantry crushing tactic of this lord. Just run in, jump in, start pounding away. They're going to try and stop you, and they can't stop you. So you just basically a huge distraction. And you've got final transmutation. So when they blob on you, if they blob on you, you just transmute, and then you kill everything. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep pouring poison into him. We're only going to send one unit out. He realizes we're not going to blob. He realizes maybe his mistake. He's fighting in the low ground. He's down here in the water. Maybe he screwed up a little bit. He has taken a little bit of damage. But he's eaten up a lot of these javelins. And I think that maybe would have been his main objective. He's not as resistant to missiles as he was. And he's still 50% resistant. But we did put a good little chunk of damage. And he didn't get the blob he wanted. He pulls up to bring our blob and to get infantry into this fight before he takes it. He's still going to do pretty solidly against his Temple Guard, but the Temple Guard are going to trade pretty well. And this is what we were talking about creating winning situations on the battlefield and our tactics video. The best place to engage him is down here in the low ground, right? He's got dinosaurs, he's got fast movers, he's got a lot of stuff. None of it has aquatic. Our skinks do. A minor benefit, but it's a benefit nonetheless. He's in the low ground, we're on the high ground, we can shoot into him from the high ground. We want him to blob down here, and we want to protect our lines. We do not want him getting behind us with any of these monsters, any of this stuff. And we want to impose our will on him piecemeal or however we want to. Here we go. We've summoned our mana core, and again in the same form. Stall the side you don't want to fight. Find the fight you want to fight. Win the fights you can win. Push your enemy off or offer him up meaningless victory. And that's how you win. And right now he's going to fight the center fight. Now we don't have a lot invested in the center fight. He's got a lot in there. He's got quite a bit in there. The whole fight for him has been about that center pocket up until now. He peels one of these Dragon Ogre Shagoths off to come after Feral Manticore. That's fine with me. He's a summon. That's what he's there for. He's there to bog you down, make you do stupid stuff, waste your time. Poison Warhounds come in, try to get on these Temple Guard, try to help the big bird out. Not today. We're going to send all the chaff skinks in. He's probably going to drop a transmutation here any second because that's what he's waiting on. We're moving our Temple Guard in a position, but we're not going to commit yet. We're going to overtake these aspiring champions. We're going to send in the Dino to inject some terror. A lot of this is taking damage. Plus our first Temple Guard's routing, and we don't want to commit another Temple Guard till maybe he pops a final transmutation. Same time, here comes his second Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, and here comes that final transmutation we were talking about. So we intercept his Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. He drops his final transmutation, but since we were smart and we didn't commit these Temple Guard and we kept the skinks over here engaging his inspiring champions, he doesn't get a lot. What does he get? He got almost dead Temple Guard. He got almost dead skink unit. Granted, they did have all their ammunition, and that's about it. That wasn't a very good one, and it may have been upgraded. Now we're in the pocket again, fighting. We put in another set of Temple Guard. We really didn't have a big choice here. It was either give up the entire flank or put that Temple Guard in there. We put the Temple Guard in there. We have the Feral Manticore in there. We're going to anchor. It'll anchor long enough for us to finally get our skirmishing skinks out and around back here. Now, we've shot up 2 sets of Poison Warhounds, and he's been trying to stop us from getting this force over here. We've deployed in a bad spot. We didn't attack in an opportune moment. But we're getting into the fight now. The blob fight's still going on. We're throwing skink after skink after skink in there, but we're keeping our Temple Guards, 2 of them at least, safe. Now, we're running a little low on magic. We've thrown a flock of overcast flock of doom over there. He's trying to kite us off. This isn't worth chasing. He'll tire us out, and then he might beat us up later. We want this back over here in this fight. Well, we know as soon as we turn around, he's going to turn around. So we're going to pull in tight to the woods. We're going to pull these regrouping skinks in to block as soon as he comes from our right. We're wrapping up all of. He charged out with his knights, barding. You probably saw it, but I missed it in the cast. He charged out of this blob to try to do something, but the sheer volume of fire is just not. He just one unit at a time is not going to be able to do that. So once you're committed, this is death. This is a death sentence. And he does the same thing. He comes out and he's just buying time, right? He's just trying to try to win this fight, try to buy his infantry more time. At this point, he realizes that this is a lost cause down here. Like, he's not going to win this, especially with Big Bird. All of his stuff is nearly dead, so he's going to rally with his only strong remaining unit. He's going to go over here for the Shaggoth. They're going to try to snipe the Lord down, but I've got a healthy leadership pocket. He's almost out of, or is out of, no, he will be here after this Flock of Doom, but this is going to seal the fate. This is going to bust all the infantry. And with the Terror, with the strong Temple Guard, that's it. That's a rout. So now all he has is these 2 monsters. We still have full health, pretty much full health, full ammo on all this, and this is a death sentence by itself, even to a full health Lord and Shaggoth. So he's over here trying to get his snipe on, and it's just not working. This is a little bitty Lord, and you bounce him around more than you hurt him, and he's super vicious if he gets a hold of you. Like, he's just a skink, but if he hits you, he's gonna hurt. And they're doing their best, but you see, he punts my Beastcaster away. I threw him in here because there's just no reason not to put him in at this point. He's expendable. He's going to hold him up. He's going to give him something to focus on rather than trying to focus on the Temple Guard. Every time he's trying to force attack these, Temple Guard are whacking him. It's game over. And I rarely, if ever, look at the chat, but I will check it at the opening of the game to see if you're GFing or good lucking or whatever, to be courteous. If you have something to say, I'll see it. If you want to ask to do something, ask not to do something. Shoot, I wanted to look at the end screen, but yeah, I mean, I'm generally friendly, but I don't go out of my way to be friendly because ladder is such a vicious place. Like, I don't say hi unless you say hi, or unless, maybe I recognize the person or he's on my friends list. I know they're a fair fighter, or they like good games. And but at the end of the battle, I'll always check the chat before I save my game. Well, I checked my chat, and this guy was he wasn't happy about the battle. He claimed that I had and not so nice of a way of saying it, he claimed that I had spam skinks and had some choice things to say about the Lizardmen, and several excuses for why he lost, and he was pretty disrespectful. I mean, what you come to expect from the internet, but and generally I think that's why a lot of people don't like to play ladder or don't want a chance playing ladder. Like, most people are jerks. They're not gonna let me have fun. They're gonna be, if I win, they're gonna be jerks. They're gonna draw kite me. They're gonna this. They're gonna that. And it scares a lot of the community away. And guys, if you're playing multiplayer and you like playing multiplayer, you should be as positive as you can, because negativity is going to drive player base away, and eventually you're going to drive enough of the player base away where it's not fun anymore. So be respectful. Have fun. Just have fun, guys. Get out there and have fun. If you lose, it's not the end of the world. Like, what did you lose if you lost this battle? If I had lost this battle, what would I have lost? Would somebody have come to my house and taken my computer? I mean, it's not a big deal. That's what the game's about. There's a winner and a loser in every single match. And no matter how good you are, and I'm definitely not good, you're going to lose. Even the greatest players on the scene, they have losses to their name. So I don't think getting bent out of shape is worth that. But yeah, I GF'd him, good fight, but he didn't take that well either. But here's the breakdown. The big bird, he got in there, he killed a lot of skinks, but he still, that's what he does. He racks up a lot of kills no matter what happens. Again, Chaos Knights, that's a lot of that is skink. And they got deleted as soon as we got on scene with our chameleons. Dragon Egger Shagoths, there really wasn't a lot for them to do. I mean, they didn't have dinosaurs to kill. So that's what makes them happy, and they weren't happy trying to kill skinks and Temple Guard. And that's why we bring the build, because there's so many counter picks and there's such a meta flow. Let's not play the meta. I'm not certain how bringing a lot of skinks could cost him the game if he would have brought a balanced army. Had he brought something a little more balanced, there would have been no argument, right? Instead of bringing complete anti dinosaur, like a full counter build, you could have spread it out. You could have brought you a mana core. You could have brought you 2 mana cores. You could have brought 5 Poison Warhounds to control any kind of backline harass. I would have brought Poison Warhounds because Feral Cold Ones are super dangerous to armored infantry. They're really good and they're really cheap. And you gotta have something to try to cut that down. What about Spear Riders? What about Cold Ones? I mean, like, this build was only built for one thing: is to kill the big dino meta that's rolling around. So he's a counterpicking meta guy, and he wants to complain that he lost to an off-meta build. Yeah, I mean, that's the story on ladder. But guys, just have fun. That's what the game's about. Let's have fun. Don't be ugly to people, because it's just gonna kill our player base. Like, there's already a shit ton of people that watch YouTube and play campaign, but are just terrified to play multiplayer because people are not good sports. And I just want to leave you with that, guys. There was a little bit of that tactics I was talking about, a little bit of ladder, and a lot of bit of me rambling. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up, like, comment. I want comments, guys. Tell me what I can do better. Ask me questions, anything. Thanks, guys. Bye.